Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ashlyn and I'm 23? Sometimes I forget my own age. I'm 23, living in a camper until today. We signed a lease this morning and we are moving into a new home. We're only renting right now because it's not realistic for us to buy a home, but I am so excited, you guys. This is the end of RV life. I am just so grateful for this time that I spent in this camper for the last few years, but I also know that we've outgrown the space. And so I'm excited to take you guys to go see the new house. We are going to deep clean it now, and we have a little less than a month to move everything out of the camper and then move the camper into storage. We lived in that RV for 3 going on 4 years. That was a long time. No wonder we were feeling like it was outgrown. I am so grateful for the space that we are living in now. It is a single wide manufactured home or mobile home, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's bigger than a camper. Okay, and it has 2 beds, 1 bath, and it was the least expensive on the market, even compared to apartments in the area. Friend, this thing is going for $11.50 a month, all utilities included besides electricity. This deal was way too good to pass up, and it honestly happened super spontaneously. I was just laying in bed one day, and I know we were talking about moving into a new place, but I didn't know how realistic it was, so then I just started looking at rental properties, and so I started looking up 2-bed, 1 bath on Zillow for rental properties, and this place popped up along with a lot of other comparisons. But with this place being in the area that it's in, considering it's in the city, before we were living outside the city and we had like a 20-minute drive anywhere that we wanted to go on the interstate. Now we're living in the city right next to downtown. It is so exciting. We also have the river trail right behind our mobile home, and it is like literally less than a block away's walk. We can bring our bike. We can bring our kitty bike trailer. Like, I am just so excited. We can ride our bikes to downtown. I am so excited. You literally don't even know. This was only $300 more than we were paying for the lot to live in the camper. I mean, including utilities, which is only power, and then also pet fees and pet rent. I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't ask for a better upgrade in terms of our lifestyle. We managed to find a completely free sectional off of Facebook Marketplace. This is the exact couch that I wanted. I was willing to spend $200 on a couch like this, and we found it completely free off Facebook. An entire corner sectional. Like, this was literally God answering our prayers. I had no money, no means to get a couch, and boom, one pops up on Facebook completely free because they're getting a new couch. There's no pet wear or anything. We had to get a U-Haul for that couch, so while we had a U-Haul, I was like, okay, why don't we just line up a bed on Facebook too, so that we can get a bed in here, so that we don't have to pull our RV mattress onto the floor. And thankfully we did, because we were able to find a king size bed off Facebook for $50. And Zane's brother was low-key making fun of us, like, you guys got a bed off Facebook. Ooh, like, that's kind of gross. But I'm thinking, like, what other option do I have? I don't have money. I don't have money besides $50 for a king size bed. And it came with a whole frame too, a frame and box springs. It's not like it's just a king size mattress. No, we got a whole king size bed off Facebook for $50. Okay, so I'm honestly not complaining. And in my head, I'm like, this isn't any worse than an Airbnb bed. This isn't any worse than a hotel bed. So yeah, we went for it. And yes, I used the sheets straight out of the package from Walmart because we also don't have a washer and dryer yet. But I'm glad that I got a king size comforter when I did get a new blanket for our queen size in the RV, because it fits the bed perfectly. And I'm also really glad about the king size bed because now that I've been sleeping in it for the last couple nights, I don't feel like I'm struggling for space with how big Zane is. Like, I actually feel like I can enjoy my sleep. I'm not getting like pushed to the side. Like, there's enough room for both of us, and I love the king size bed. With all this extra space, I'm super appreciative of all of the time we spent in the camper, but all of the time now that we have to build the rest of our life. Like, the camper really was a building block for the rest of our life, because that was a holding space from the time we were in Zane's mom to the time of now. And now we live in a house with a hallway. So now I am mopping the hallway. I got this little twistable mop from the grocery store and this bucket from the Dollar Tree, and I put a lot of smell good chemicals in all of the cleaning supplies that I use, because this house had a smell before we moved in, and I was like, what is the smell? We need to get the smell out. We need to get the smell out. It almost smells like they put a bug bomb in here, and then it was just like stale air after a bug bomb. Like, it smelled super chemical and weird. And so I just needed a lot of intense chemicals in order to get that smell out, and also opening the windows and stuff, because it just did not smell good in here when we first walked in. So that is the mission now. And we have these awesome rugs that we got that we already had in the camper. I tried to buy as minimal stuff as we could with moving in here, because we don't have no money, friend. We don't have no money. But I didn't even care moving in here, because when you know that something is for you, you will do anything you can to make it work for you. And Devin's girlfriend actually helped me pick out these shower curtains for the camper, because I said for the camper. I meant for the... Oh my gosh, I'm still in camper brain. Okay, but for real, Devin's girlfriend was a huge help in moving in here, and she helped clean up so much. She even cleaned the bathroom. I was like, oh. Hey friends, here's everything I got from the grocery store while in debt. We literally spent all of our money moving in here and getting the U-Haul and getting all the stuff that we needed to make this place feel like a home. So right now my account's in the negative. But it's okay, because my bank account lets me overdraw like $200 free of charge. So we're fine. Everything is good. There are honestly worse transitions that we've been through in life. Like, I just remember being in Spokane, Washington, and having zero money and having to do a leg repair on our camper with only one income. Oh my gosh. I've been loving these sports drinks lately. These are for my homemade energy drinks, because I haven't really been feeling coffee as much lately. I really do like jasmine rice more than brown rice now. I get the hype, but they didn't have any great value brand of jasmine rice. I got some milk for coffee. I needed easy lunches, so sandwiches it is. This is for a recipe I'm making later that I'm going to show you guys. Recipe tacos. Coffee, good to have. I still have all my seasoning at the camper. Easy meal. Toothpaste, tacos. For desserts, broccoli. Recipe for tonight. Easy meal idea. Canned fruits. Cheese. Tacos. Recipe for tonight. Recipe. Tacos. I'm pretty sure my potato peeler is at the camper, so I got gold potatoes because I feel like they're better without peeling. Paper towels. Homemade energy drink. I'm trying a new flavor, acai berry. I hope it goes good with the black cherry sparkling water. Caramel flavored syrup for our coffee, because we don't have anything else to make our lattes, and this will sweeten it up. I'm using this garlic bread and this chicken broth for the recipe tonight. I just felt like we deserved a reward, and that soup is that good. And finally, for our sandwich meals for lunch for the week. I am so tired. All of these groceries was about $100, and so we're gonna slowly start bringing stuff over from the camper, but today I really just don't want to have to worry about it. I already went to work this morning at my group fitness job, so now I think I'm gonna rest for a little bit, eat some lunch, and then go out and try to do some Spark so that I can at least get out of debt in my bank account. That's the goal for today, and then for tomorrow I'm gonna work literally all day because we have a bunch of fees and stuff coming up now that we live in this house. Each cat non-refundable deposit was $300. Luckily, they gave us grace, and we only had to pay for 2 of the cats up front, and now we have 2 more weeks to come up with another $600. I'm definitely going to be working, and then we have the rest of the month to figure out where the camper is going to go and what lot it's going to be in. But I think there are some lots around here for like $40 a month that we can park it in. This all has just happened so fast, but this house was literally so perfect for us that we knew we couldn't pass it up, even if it felt like we weren't ready. Everything that has happened so far has lined it up to be so perfect. Even just me working Spark now instead of Instacart, I made enough money to qualify both of us to move in here. I literally made $1,000 last week on Spark. That is double what I used to be making. So I'm very confident that if I just really buckle down and grind for the next few weeks, we can get out of this hole and start feeling stable again and figure everything out. Alright, so I did end up going out and making a little money, at least enough to cover the debt that was on my bank account. So I made like $87. And I didn't realize that my debt actually was not as bad as I thought. I was only like $55 negative, so that covers that. But now I'm gonna show you guys the soup that I was hyping up. This is the best soup ever. I was shopping for a Walmart order when I saw all of these ingredients put together, and I was like, dang, you guys are eating good. And then I made the soup the next night when I had this dentist appointment and I wasn't feeling good. It is kind of expensive for soup, but it tastes so good. So I'm gonna show you guys that now. Okay, so like I said, I did see this recipe because I was shopping for someone on Spark Walmart delivery. And I was like, oh, this soup looked kind of fire. So I take this turkey Polish sausage and I cut it up finely by cutting it long 4 ways and then dicing it up into small pieces. And then I throw it into the pan, and I'm using my new oven. One thing that took me for a surprise in the rental agreement though, which the rent is so low, but they said if any of the appliance breaks, like we're in charge of the appliances breaking. And is that normal for like normal rentals? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, if this stove breaks, like I have to get a new stove and then just leave the stove here for the next people that move in here. I don't know, but like I said, that's a future problem. Anyway, so I added an entire bag of frozen spinach into my sausage. I know that the lady I shopped for had fresh spinach, but I'm like, frozen spinach, that's a little easier, okay? And then I added a can of finely diced tomatoes. Add whatever tomatoes you want, or don't add them. But I think the tomatoes are good, especially the finely diced ones. I feel like they're cute, they're petite. And then I added a whole box of chicken broth into my mixture. I added cheese tortellini, which add as much of this as you want, however hungry you are, or however hungry whoever you're cooking for are. Okay, I know I love me some cheese tortellini, but in my opinion, I should have added the cheese tortellini after I added the entire block of cream cheese, because the cheese tortellini only needs like 3 minutes in order to heat up. It's already cooked. Versus the cream cheese having to break down into the soup. So I would add the cream cheese first and then the cheese tortellini. And that's just my advice if you do decide to take the soup home with you. But either way, this soup is going to turn out so good. And like I said, this is like $15 to $20 soup. Especially when you include the garlic bread, because we did get the fancy store garlic bread. Zane loves his garlic bread. And it is so good paired with this soup. But it was worth it because we had just moved into a new house. Okay, we're not spending the money on eating out or tipping. Okay, we wanted to treat ourselves, and this was the treat. It is so good. So definitely let me know if you do end up trying the soup. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you for sticking around throughout my entire RV life journey. I cannot believe it's over. It does not feel real. It feels completely surreal sitting here talking into this microphone saying, oh my gosh, like I'm not living in an RV anymore. But the exciting part is that we do get to take this RV out with us whenever we go on any camping trips or anything. And that's honestly what I'm looking forward to. We still own the RV. We still get to take it places. If we sold it, I would be sad. I told Zane, we are not selling this. It's not like we're going to get a lot of money out of it. It's not worth selling. So we might as well keep it and take it on adventures. And I do love my little living room. Look at me eating my soup. I can't believe I have a living room, because we're going to have children soon. And we want to have space for children. We want to have space for growing. We are 23 years old, and it is time to live out our 20s in living in a whole house. And my soup was so good. And thank you guys again for watching. And thank you, friends, so much for sticking till the end. And I'll see you next time.